Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra Land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi anyị wetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist. Dịka o si dere anyị ozi ya n'iru akwụkwọ, ọ dere sị: "Victory for Nnamdi Kanu as Israel PM right hand man protest for Kanu rejects court no case submission ruling." Ya bụ ozi ka anyị ji bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ozi, gbaa mbọ gwa anyị iche ma mekwa ka ozi arụtụ ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
For the first time to Israel. He's with us, he's with our leader, and he is fighting everywhere and meeting many people, lots of important people who is trying, he's trying his best to help.
Please, can you
to free
so I can cover this?
So I represent to you, Shaul Maizes.
Thank you, Rachel. I've met Mr. Kanu several times here in Israel. I interview him also in the radio and TV. And I met a wonderful person, kind, clear, honest, the real leader of the Jewry of Biafra. And I beg the ambassador of the British Embassy, please let Nnamdi Kanu go free from jail, from persecution, and take care of him. I know that his situation there is very dangerous for his life. He is sick. He needs pills, he doesn't get it, even the food. We would like to beg and to ask. We would like to beg and ask. Please free him and give liberty, give freedom to all the Biafran Jewry.
This country, I'm telling you now, and that's why you don't want to know. In May of this year, there were 679 male youths murdered by the military in Biafra land. In a Commonwealth country, you tell me any other Commonwealth country where nearly 700 people are murdered in 40 days and you don't broadcast it? Why? Why can you keep quiet? The atrocities that are happening there would not be allowed in any other country in the world. And yet you accept it because you're corrupt. You are corrupt to the core. And eventually when Biafra gets its freedom, which he will do, whether you people want it or not, then the truth will come out and it will not look favourable on the UK. Because when the UK loses all its interest in Africa, which again it will do because the African countries are sick of being ruled by corrupt people. And the biggest corruption of all is from the UK. No two ways about it. And when the African countries are free, nobody will come to bail out the UK. I'm telling you now, because of everything you've done throughout the world. We say you can't rewrite history. No, you can't. Yes. But you can try and change the future. Yes. And you have no regard whatsoever for human life. It's as simple as that. Yes. You talk about Black Lives Matter. It matters nothing to you whatsoever. In fact, no lives matter to you as long as it doesn't affect the ruling of your resources which you're getting from the African countries. So, but we'll be back here. we'll be back here again, and we'll be back here until you listen and you allow Biafra a referendum, and they will be free. God bless. All hail Biafra.
Hello, good evening, as viewers. This is Satellite Media. The Biafra evangelist, Evangelist Ben. Let us look at this protest that erupted in Israel. The people demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You can clearly see Igbos, Biafrans, and Israeli citizens demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Let me get a reaction.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember my humble self, that Biafran evangelist, that will always speak on the axis of the truth and nothing but the truth, and ready to end by it. You know, I am very, very much happy that our brothers are now seeing the truth of what we that are here are crying for. That the truth has been marginalized and truth has been covered, truth has been destroyed in this country. And when you speak the truth, you become an enemy. You know, I am happy that the people in Israel are now protesting for the freedom of their own son. And let me tell you this, you know, Igbos came from the axis of Seth, the third son of Adam. And where the current Israel today that you and I are talking about came from the generation of Abraham. So they are now protesting, fighting for the freedom of their brother that is under captivity of Nigeria, the captivity of the Fulanis, the captivity of Nnamdi Kanu statement called Zoom. Do you understand me? And if you watch, what makes Nnamdi Kanu to stand against the darkness country called Nigeria is because of the attitude. And for your information, in the first instant of Nnamdi Kanu movement, he moved the motion of on how that Nigeria will go in a better way, so that the Eastern, the Biafrans in their own side will have equal right that the Northerners have, and likewise the Yorubas. And this equal right is what Nigeria have deprived the Biafrans. And for your information, I want you this opportunity again to throw more light. What brought the civil war was not as a result of Ojukwu disagreement. It was as a result of the British not wanting Nigeria to develop. If you go and study about the Aburi Accord, you will discover that Ojukwu meant well for Nigeria, but the British did not meant well for Nigeria. They are the one who scatter and divide Nigeria and cut the war and brought the war, and that was why they collided with the Russia and to kill the Igbos, to commit the genocide, and which they go on today is the president that signed it up for them to come and kill us.
We understand that they say blood is thicker than water. Could that be the reason we are seeing this massive protest in Israel?
That is why I refer you back to the Bible, where it started. Do you understand me? That is why today the Israelis are now protesting, telling the world that you are holding their brother captive, because Egypt, Pharaoh, must allow the Israelis anywhere they are to be free. It has been mandated by God in the realm of the spirit that Biafrans, which are the Israelis, must not be in bondage any longer. So Nigeria shouldn't be the axis of which the Biafrans should remain in bondage.
But I understand that the Court of Appeal in Nigeria at the point ruled that Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria and saw that it should be released unconditionally. And consequent upon that, we saw UN working group on arbitrary detention asking the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. But the Nigerian government has not obeyed that, and the case is still on. But the way it stands, do you see Israel? Because there's a trending video, another one, where some Israelis said that they will never abandon Biafra. That their government, the same way their government helped Biafra during the war, that they stand by Biafra.
Yes, you know, it's talking about what? Obeying the court order. And let me tell you this, the UN have come, the Israeli and other departments have come to Nigeria. Yes, I understand the fact that Nigeria is a Soviet nation. You understand me? I know this. But being a Soviet nation, there is a limit of which you can act against the human rights. Even the right of your citizens, you cannot continue to deprive them of their rights. You understand? It works to some extent. So Nigeria should adhere to the what? To the advice and instruction given to them by this department. By all these, both international and the local departments. In a country like Nigeria, they don't supposed to go Nnamdi Kanu up to this very day because you dare not violate your own law by yourself.
Yeah, you have set law.
Yeah, you set the law and you break the law. You see the angle that Nnamdi Kanu stood, and that if you check it, you will see that Nnamdi Kanu is holding Nigeria according to Nigerian law, not even international law, but according to Nigerian law. You see why Nigeria is finding it difficult, and they cannot have a better backup from the international standard, international countries. Do you know that whenever I think of this country called Nigeria, I weep? Because the reputation of this country is going down every day. It's going down every day. Nigeria doesn't have respect anymore in international basis. You understand me? They don't have a value again.
Now talk to us about those Israelis who said that the same way Israeli government supported Biafra during the war, that they will always stand by Biafra.
Let me tell you, Israel did not actually support Biafra during the war. In 1967, they did not actually, they have it in mind, but you know, as at that time, Israel was facing a series of war. There were facing about 7 countries in the war, which at the end of the day, so they were too busy. You get it? They were too busy to help. But the game have changed now, because this time around, if anything should erupt, it will not going to be easy, because they will come out fully and they are giving you the sign. They are telling you now that these people, they are not going to leave them. They have seen it, that these people are their brothers, they are family, they are blood, and you have already said it, that blood is thicker than water. So I cannot allow my blood to be messed up or to be wasted like that. My blood is my blood. If anything happens to my blood, I have the feelings. What touches my brother touches me. Okay, so that is what they are telling Nigeria, the impression they are bringing to the world, that these people are our brothers, that you dare not treat them anyhow. The way you have treated them, enough of it.
Okay, now let me bring this angle. The reason I bring this angle is very clear, because we understand that part of the reason we are seeing agitation for the sovereignty of Biafra because of the excesses of Fulani militias. And we have seen serious killing. They recently happened in Ondo. We have seen the one in Benue. We have seen the one in Benue. We have seen the one in Ebonyi. We have seen the one in Enugu. We have seen the one in Enugu.
Yes.
But surprisingly, this recent increase in Fulani military killing started after the American Air Force Commander for Africa and Europe, talking about James Hecker, made it very clear that American government will be targeting terrorists in Africa. And as we speak, they already hit some terrorists in Somalia. Do you think Americans' position is fueling Fulani military to kill more in Nigeria?
Yes, in a way, it's fueling them, because it's like a triggering the spirit of anger in them. And these are one of the reasons why we, the Biafrans, which our leaders, Nnamdi Kanu, that is in the custody of Nigeria, is now saying that because of this killing, and the federal government is not doing anything on this, let everybody answer his father's.
Ngwano, dalo nineno, umunnem, likun sinesera ni bo media. Gịnị ka unu nwere ikwu na nkọwa nke unu gbasara maka ihe unu nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa? Gwa anyị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị, deela ya n'akara kọmentị ka mara ihe i chere, ma chetakwa tụsaa ya bụ ozi ka o wereta ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Ndewonu ụmụnne m, ka emesịanụ.